Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today is the day 4 for our Palo Alto firewall troubleshooting. In this video, I'll be covering how we can do a troubleshooting with the help of debug. So in this video, I'll be covering what is debug, what is the purpose of debug, what are the information that you get once you enable debug, what are the steps to configure the debug, and at the last, I'll show you a practical example with the help of debug command how you can troubleshoot. So it is very important for your real-time troubleshooting. It's kind of a last step that you're going to perform to troubleshoot any issue, because debug will impact your performance of the device. So make sure you do it at the last step. Don't do it at the first step. Okay. And I'll request you to please watch this video till then, and also I'll request you to please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss a video from me. So without any further delay, let's get started. So friends, first of all, we'll understand what is debug. Okay, so before we understand debug, let me go through the logs, what we have understand from that. Okay, so log is basically what, like when we create a firewall policy, okay, will enable the logs, and what happened is, like, whenever the traffic triggers this policy, it generates a log. But in case of debug, what happens is, if this user machine sends any traffic, okay, so the traffic enters into Palo Alto firewall. Now you need to understand the process, the step number 1, 2, 3. What firewall is doing with this traffic. With the help of debug, you can understand and you can troubleshoot the issue in very detailed manner. Where exactly, whether there is a problem with Palo Alto, whether there is a problem with traffic inspection, or whether any policy is getting denied, or what it is. So with the help of debug, you can deep dive and you can understand. The definition or the meaning of debug is to find out the errors. So basically, errors in sense will try to debug the process of Palo Alto firewall and will find out what exactly our issue is. Okay. So friends, now we'll understand what is the purpose of debug. The first is for troubleshooting. Like with this help of debug, we can troubleshoot the issue in very detailed manner, what I can say. Okay. And the other is to understand how a firewall works. Okay. So once you enable debug, what happens is it gives you all the steps and all the processes which goes for a traffic. Okay. So with the help of those, you can understand how a firewall works. Okay. So friends, what are the information that you are going to get once you turn on the debugging? So basically, you will be getting the information from layer 2 to layer 4. So it involves, or whether it's a slow path traffic or it's a fast path traffic. Okay. Routing information that you are going to get, IP addresses, port numbers, NAT policy lookup, security policy lookup, whether the traffic is getting dropped or it is getting allowed, which policies it is getting matched. So all this information. So once we do those, when we do the practical, I'll show you, there are a lot more information that comes once you turn on the debugging. So once you have this information, you will recognize, or you can understand what exactly the issue is, where what can be the issue all about. Okay. So now friends, we'll see how we can configure debug in Palo Alto firewall, and we'll see with the practical example how we can troubleshoot an issue. Okay, so let's get into the lab. So friends, let's understand the lab first. So it's very simple scenario where this is our inside and this is our outside. Okay, it's connected to the internet, and this is our LAN area, and this is our MGMT area from where we are managing our Palo Alto firewall, which is nothing but our local PC. Okay, so we have access to Palo Alto firewall right now. I have just configured the IP addressing, that's all, and I have configured some of the policies which I'll show you now. So friends, this is our Palo Alto dashboard, and the policy that we have configured is the which allows the DNS and the HTTP. Okay, we'll go to google.com, and we have one NAT policy. Okay, we are doing PAT over here. Okay, so as we expect that from this PC we'll be able to access the internet, that's all. Okay, now we'll go to our Windows PC and we'll try to access. Okay, google.com, we'll try to access now. Okay, now we'll see whether it's getting connected or not. Meanwhile, we'll go to logs and traffic logs, and we'll see. So we can see the traffic is going to 8.8.8, means to resolve google.com. Okay, that's fine. Okay, still it is connecting. It says that connection timeout error. Okay, now to troubleshoot this one, what we're gonna do is we'll try to log into Palo Alto firewall through putty. Okay, so we'll log into putty and we'll provide the IP address of our Palo Alto firewall. Okay, admin and the password. Okay, so we are logged into Palo Alto firewall now. Okay, so to turn on the debug, what we need to do is we need to type debug. Okay, and what we are going to debug is a data plane traffic, not the control plane traffic. The traffic is going through this firewall. Okay, so the traffic is going through, the firewall is not generating the traffic, so it is a data plane traffic. So we are going to debug data plane, right? So we'll go here and we'll type data plane and packet diagnosis, and first of all we'll see the settings, whether we have any existing settings or not. So we don't have any settings, so what we are going to do is we'll set the settings. So set filter, and we'll put the source. Okay, match, and then we have to put the IP address. So we need to check the IP address of this machine. What is the IP? 10.1.1.3. Okay, so we'll just put the source as 10.1.1.3. okay, and the destination port number would be 443. Fine. Okay, now we need to turn on the filter. So filter on. Okay, now we'll see the settings over here. So settings, you can see the settings over here. So the traffic which is coming from this IP going to anywhere on port number 443 will get packet diagnosis, like it will get captured. So what we need to do now, we need to set capture. So set capture stage. Now we have a few options: drop, firewall, receive, transmit. Okay, so we'll try to do all. Okay, drop, and then we have to name a file name which is test1. Done. Now we'll do for firewall file test2. Okay, then we'll do for drop. Okay, drop we have already done. Receive file test3. Then last we'll do for transmit file test4. So now what we need to do is we need to define the logs, like what kind of logs that you want to see. So log feature, and there are a lot of logs that are available. So what you want to see, we want to see the flow. Okay, now there are lot more option for flow. Now flow, we just want to check the basic, not detail like other thing. There are a lot of options that are available. We'll check that out later, but for now we'll just see the flow basic. Okay, and now we'll see the settings, whether the settings are correct for us or not. So setting, now we can see this is the log. Okay, source and destination, flow is basic, and the packet capture, what we are doing is receive, firewall, transmit and drop. Okay, now we'll turn on the debug log, that's all. Now we'll set the capture as on, set capture on, and also the logs on. Now we'll try to access the google.com from client machine. Okay, so we'll just close it off and we'll try to open again, and we'll try to access google.com. Okay, now we just see the settings, whether we are getting any capture. So we have received, we can see some of the traffic, and now we'll see that all the traffics are getting dropped. Okay, again. Okay, so there is nothing on the firewall and transmit, all the traffics are getting dropped. Okay, so now how we can see the drop logs. Okay, so to see that, what we need to do is we need to turn off the captures. So turn off. Okay, and then logs as well, and the filter as well, set filter off. Okay, so we are done. Now what we need to do is we just need to set, so we need to aggregate those logs. Okay, once the logs are aggregated, now we need to see the logs. Okay, so as this is a VM device, what we need to do is we need to ls mp logs. But if you have a physical device, you have to call it as dp logs. Okay, so mp logs pan packet diagnosis logs. Okay, so once you click enter, you will see a lot of logs that are coming. Okay, so what we will do is packet drop, no multicast routes. Okay, so multicast, this is not relevant for us. Okay, now we'll just see what about our logs. Okay, that's fine. I guess this is not related to us. Okay, so now the traffic is reaching over here, no active, created the session. Okay, so the traffic is going here, port number. Okay, I guess it will be too many logs, so we just need to go down, I guess. Okay, okay, so here also this is like ingress stage. I guess we have to go down. We're just going down, we'll see. there are a lot of logs that got captured during the time what we have done. I'll show you like how we can capture, like how we can match those logs and how we can find out those. Okay, now as you can see, packet has been received and it is a slow path stage. And type atomic, I'll tell you what is atomic. The source, like the machine has got the DNS IP address and he's tried to go on. Now the source destination port number is 443 and session setup vsys1 lookup. Okay, session egress, it is going from 1/1 to 1/2, so which is from 1/1 to 1/2, which is good. Okay, NAT policy lookup match index number 0, so index number 0 we'll go and see. Okay, which is this one, I guess. And policy matched rule index 3, packet dropped and session setup failed. So it says it has matched the rule index number 3. Okay, rule index number 3, what is that? Okay, it is matching this one, index number 3. Okay, now we'll see what exactly happening. Like it is not matching this one, this connection, like this one 2 number which is inside outside google.com, but it is not matching. We are not seeing any hit count over here. What is the issue? So we'll try to show running security policy. Okay, index number 3, it is matching this one, index 3 source. Why it is not matching the second one? We'll see. Okay, now what we have created is the source is any and the destination says 0.0.0. Okay, but we have defined google.com. So what is happening over here? We'll go to the objects. Okay, and we'll try to resolve it. Okay, IP is not getting resolved. That is the reason it is not working. So if the system is not resolving the IP address, this means that this Palo Alto is not having access to DNS, or the traffic is not reaching to the DNS. Whatever the DNS what you have defined, it is not reachable. We'll see what is the IP address of the DNS what we have defined over here. So we'll go to the device. Okay, so primary DNS and the secondary DNS is 000. That is the reason it is not working. We'll just put 8.8.8 and we'll put it as blank. Click OK and we'll do a commit. And once the commit is done, we'll try to see whether it's working or not. So now you can see the commit is done, and we'll go to the objects and addresses, Google, and we'll try to resolve over here, and we are getting resolved. Okay, now we'll try to access the google.com and we'll see whether we are able to access the google.com. Okay, so at least page is coming. I guess it involves other URLs and all those things. That is the reason it is not working, I believe so. Okay, so as you can see over here, the Google is working because that was a DNS issue and we found out over here. Okay, and as you can see, there are a lot of logs that is coming because we have done the transmit log, the receive logs, the firewall logs, but we have seen the receive logs and the drop logs. Okay, we can find out what is the issue. But as we have seen like a lot of logs over here, because as Windows machine will do a lot of multicasting because of NetBoys and all those things, so that is the reason you are seeing each and every packet in debug traffic. Okay, so not to worry about it, you can just see what is relevant for you, you can just look for that and then you can troubleshoot further. Okay, so this is what I wanted to cover in this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestion for my video, please put it on the comment, or you can send me an email, you can DM me on Facebook or Instagram. And also I'll request you to please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss a video from me. And also I want to thank you for supporting me, and we are going to reach the 10k mile for the subscribers. So I'll request you all to please subscribe my channel, because we want to reach 10k in this year. Okay, so thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.